Hey everyone, welcome. It's Carl Hovelson here. We're going to go through some training, and we're going to be talking about your responsibility for your success. Okay. Joining me today, I've got Julian Suarez and I got Thomas Marguccio. Okay, that are on here. And who knows if somebody else comes on? Maybe they're listening. Maybe they have the panel link. They're going to pop on and want to interact with us. It's open there. But for those of you that are listening, we're going to be going over a few things today. We're going to talk about where you're situated in Empower Network, okay? Whether you're just in at the basic level or if you've come all in on the thing or right in between, wherever it is, we're going to talk about what you need to do, how you need to progress, and get to whatever that number is you want to reach, okay? Now, we've got a very cool system here. A lot of you know or maybe don't know, but I was with Empower Network. You can see I got the hat, okay? I was with Empower Network years ago, and with them then, I did quite well with the company. And a lot of people did, but then there was a lot of people that didn't. And, they've come to the conclusion that the compensation plan that David put together just didn't work for the people today, okay? So, they made a decision last year to move over to a new structure. And starting on November 1st this year, they implemented...
It froze.
Okay. What are your guys' thoughts on that? Julian, we'll start with you. What are your thoughts on what you've experienced so far with because you're new to Empower?
Yeah, I like the community. The people empower you. That's what you want. Like, in a community, you want a team, that people that's just going to bring you in. And plus, the products is really, high in personal developing. So, if you're, into entrepreneurship in that area, these are, products that's going to take you to the next level. You know what I mean? I'm young. I'm only 21 years old, and, I took a chance into Empower because I trust Carl and I trust, he's going to help me out and stuff like that. And that's why, right now I'm a elite member, and, I just, I plug into the calls every single day. And it's so easy to, get referrals, you know what I mean? You just got to get them onto the 7-day trial. And then after that, the system sells itself. You know what I mean? So just focus on just getting people under the $7 trial, and then once they see the community, once they see the group chats, then it's gonna they're gonna want to stay. You know what I mean? That's the point. It's not that really hard to get people signed up. It's real simple. You know what I mean? You just gotta put the effort and time every single day, and just pretty much be determined if you're on that level, and that's what our network teaches you.
Exactly, and you know what? We're gonna cover that today. Tom. I was in it before. You didn't look at it, I don't think, before, but now you looked at it and you saw it.
Yeah, Carl, I looked at it before, and I wasn't that impressed because I figured you had to buy all the products, and I didn't see the kind of help and that was the support that was there. But now I can see that there's a possibility to get from the low level to the high level with a great compensation plan, more marketing support, more community, as Julian was saying, and more mindset. And the motivation is built into the system now that, not only are you giving the how-to, but you're giving the why, and you're helping to get your mindset into the position where you're more able to achieve your goals. And that's what I like about this. The compensation plan is much better now, but I did join before under a different sponsor, but now I'm with you, now I'm with our team, and I feel really stoked. I really feel excited about where I'm going and where we're going as a team and as a company.
And this is, I can't stress how much of a difference that this is from before. Look, when you have a compensation plan that is what they call a one-up system, okay? So you're passing up potential big hitters, I guess you could say, and you get nothing in return for all that work that you did. It can kind of be a bit of a depression killer, because you're giving away money. But now what they've done is they've created this unique Uniline system, which allows everyone to make bits and pieces of income off of everybody's efforts. In other words, rather than before where everybody had to work for themselves, it was like every man for himself, now it's actually encouraged for everybody to work together and help everybody get to their levels. Now, I need to put this out here because this is very important. I need to put an income disclaimer out here because whatever we talk about on here income-wise, this is all based on the individual's efforts, okay? There's no guarantee that anybody will make any money in Empower Network if they don't do the work to do it, right? We can't guarantee how much money you will make. You know, all I've seen is with the system, what the system has done, with the work that I've done and with the work my team has done, it has created me a beautiful start to, you know, in 20 days up to almost, I think maybe a little over $1,000 in residual income, you know. But again, you know, I work my butt off, just like these guys on here work their butts off, and everybody else in my organization does that. So, you know, just making sure that we have this income disclaimer out there that, you know, whatever happens in this program, whatever results that you get within this program is going to be a result of what you do and not dependent on what somebody else does. Okay? So I need to make sure that that's out there because I don't want anybody assuming that if they came in here and did nothing, they're going to make money, because that's just not the case. You know, personally, I actually go through a kind of an interview session with the people. I did it with Julian, I did it with Tom, I've done it with everybody. I want to find out what your focus is, your determination is to actually bring yourself to a different level in your life. If I don't hear that in your voice, if I don't read that in your eyes, and I don't, you know, see it, I don't want to do business with you. Okay? It's that simple. There's just some people that are cut out for this, and there's other people that aren't cut out for this. And what I'm going to explain to you today is exactly what you need to do in order to make some money in this industry, okay? And especially with Empower Network, I'm going to take you through a few of the things that that I do with my team, and that Empower Network does with its membership, okay? So it's very important that we cover that today so that everybody has a good understanding. And then I'm going to share a few things, a few techniques that I'm using with my team, and a few things that you should be doing on social media to really ramp up your business. I mean, you know, with the stuff that I'm going to share today, I've been able to put so far, I think about 22 or 23 people into my business structure in Empower Network, you know, to create me this income. And it's all based on, you know, what those people want to do, you know, because you have different levels within this business that you can go and achieve. Okay, you know, we have Julian that's on here. Julian has decided that he's going to come in at a certain level. He chose the elite level. Now, the elite level is $217 a month. Now, some of you might think, oh my God, that's way too much money. Here's what you have to think, okay? Because this is the biggest killer of business for anybody online. It's their mindset, their thought pattern. The first thing people think about is, oh my God, if I got to put that kind of money down, how am I going to make it back? What am I going to do? That's not what you think, okay? Here's how I think, and I've been an entrepreneur for a long time. I've been full-time in this industry now since 2002, 2003, okay? Here's how I think, folks, okay? I look at what the potential is of what I can do in this industry. I looked at the compensation plan and understood it the best that I could. But knowing that what I need to actually do to achieve a level. Now, going back when I had my own brick and mortar, okay, when I got involved in my own business, my overhead right out the gate was about $7,000 a month. That's what I had to pay. It was my lease, my products, my staff, my income, you know, everything, utilities, everything that I had to do to run my store. Okay, you're gonna have an overhead every month to run a business. Okay, the most your overhead will ever be in this business is going to be roughly around $150, maybe $170 a month if you include autoresponders and stuff like that. Sorry, how much did I say? $270. $270 a month. $270 a month. Okay. because you gotta look for the different types of expenses you're going to have. Okay. Now, I'm not even talking about paying for traffic. Just one sec, Julian. I'll bring you on. I'm not even talking about traffic. Okay. You're going to have expenses, folks. Okay. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to be trading time for money or money for time. Those are the only two things that you can actually do in business. But you're going to have a base cost. The maximum cost per month on the basics in this company is going to be $217 a month. Okay, that's your basics. Okay, then you'll have an extra maybe $20 a month for an autoresponder. So let's say a total of $244 a month. Okay, at a most that you would pay if you're not buying traffic. Okay, and again, I'm going to show you stuff on here that you can do to create traffic and sales and leads without buying traffic. Okay, traffic always helps more, obviously. But what we're going to do is we're going to show you how you can progress and utilize the different resources that our team has, such as traffic resources, solo ads, and so forth. Now, the base minimum you can come in to start this business is $45 a month. Okay, but this is a cost to run your business. Okay, if at any point in time, right now that you're on this hangout and you think that this is a ridiculous amount of money to start a business, now's the time to click the button and leave. Okay, because whatever we're going to say from here on forward won't even interest you. Okay, it'll probably piss you off more than anything. Okay, now I'm very transparent on these things here, as these guys know, and you know what? I'm going to let you know my thoughts forward on this. I'm a businessman. Okay, we can't get personal in our business. I'm going to tell you what it takes to run a business, at least what I think it takes to run a business, and then you'll find out from Empower Network, from what they train in the background, what it takes to run a business. And if you think I'm tough, wait till you hear to some of the other guys, like my sponsor, Alex Zubarev. Right? He'll rake you over the coals. Okay? But that's why he's made $1 million in this company. Okay? So you need to understand right out the gate what your responsibility is for your own success. Okay? My responsibility is to get involved with the business. I'm all in my business. Now, what does all in mean? Okay? Does it mean owning all the products? What does it mean? Okay? It has a lot of variations. Okay? Thomas is at the basic level at $45 a month, but Thomas is all in his business at that stage. Okay? Right. You need to be all in, and when I say all in, that means you're going to be fully focused, fully determined, fully directional on where you want to go. You've got to know what your level is that you want to achieve, and you need to do whatever it takes to get there, using whatever resources you possibly can. If you have a low budget, then you've got to find different ways. And some of the stuff I'm going to teach you today using social media will be that way for you to create sales without having the burden of high expenses. Okay? Again, trading time for money. Okay? And then we have the other side where you have no time but a lot of money, then you're trading money for time. Okay? So, anything you guys want to comment on before we go forward?
I'd like to make a comment, Carl. Sure. Basically, to anyone out there who may be in my position, who may need to start at the lowest level. I know Julian is at elite, but he had the money to do it. I don't think that his money came from Empower, but mine, I don't have the money right now. I have a part-time job, but I can see that I'm going to take it from my point, my level, and move up and use the business profits in order to raise myself up level-wise. And I think a lot of us are going to do that to raise our level from wherever we happen to be. I mean, to go all in, takes a significant amount, but we can actually use the business to create that. And I think that's what we're looking to do, to use whatever resources, time or money, to raise our levels to get up higher in the company and in turn make more money. So I just want to make that comment about.
Well, actually, I didn't have that much capital. I went out there and I borrowed the money. You know what I mean? Because I trusted that if I waited a long time, that I'm gonna be losing money because the Uniline system. So I just upgraded because mine as well, because you can't succeed. People want to start business for free. Just think about it. Did Bill Gates started Microsoft for free? No, you need some capital. You need
Well,
money.
not everybody, Julia, not everybody has the capital to start. I
Yeah,
have
we're,
no
we're going to
credit.
get into
I
that
have
in a
credit.
second. I want you to share something with everybody here. We'll let Julian finish, and then I'm going to bring you back on.
You know
Go
what I
ahead,
mean?
Julian.
Like, I started like, I went out and borrowed the money, and right now I'm still working a part-time job, and I know that like, if I put in the effort and I go every single day, that I'm gonna be successful. And if I stay close to Carl, I'm gonna be successful. 245 or 200 whatever a month, you know what I mean? That's nothing. You know what I mean? I see people spending thousands of dollars just on traffic. You know what I mean? If you want to be real technical, if you want to be successful, you need to position yourself as a professional, and you need to get the resources as a professional. I know I'm young, but I studied this industry as a T. You know what I mean? I want to be successful, and I'm hungry. You know what I mean? And that's what you need to be empowered. You need those. If you don't have that, just give up, because in this industry, 97% of these people are failing. And a little extra bucks right here and there, to me, I had to borrow the money. I went out and borrowed the money. I didn't even have the money. And I probably, like, next month, I'm probably, whatever my paycheck gets, I'm gonna take that money to pay off my fees, and then I'm gonna keep on recruiting people. So eventually I'm gonna, break even. But I don't want to break even. I want to break bank. You know what I mean? I want to recruit 50, 60 people. You know what I mean? I want to go out and just crush my competition, because in this industry it's competitive. You know what I mean? You have a lot of competition. You just gotta watch your competition. Especially, you have the blog. If you really know how to tap into like the Google search engines SEO, your blog can give you a lot of traffic, a lot of free traffic. The Kalatu blog. If you know how to tap into that, you won't have to be. You will social media. I use a traffic monster. That's also bringing me ahead of my competition. But just blogging, sharing my blog, being ranked on Google, YouTube, SEO. If you tap into those sources that are free, you could just kill your competition.
Well, that's just it, and again, the Kalatu blog is coming off of a very, very powerful platform, Empower Network. Okay, and Empower Network, again, 4 years they've been around. They started in July actually it was Halloween Eve, okay, of 2011 is when Empower Network launched. Okay, and today they have paid out, I think it's just over $170 million in commissions, okay, and created 15 millionaires in 4 years. Okay, that's an incredible feat for a company. Okay, and this is the power. I mean, they're ranking right up there, I think, in about the top 25 sites in the world. Okay, so they're right up there. Now, I want to get back to Tom, because, for a lot of you that are listening, don't know Tom's story. Okay, and Tom, I'm hoping that maybe you can share a little bit about it, all the way back from, when you had your apartment, and then when you didn't, and then now to where you are.
Okay.
Would you care to share that, Tom? Because I think this is important for a lot of people to know that where you were to where you went, and now you're back. Okay.
Right. Okay, Carl. Basically, I had a significant amount of money from a inheritance, and I had an apartment, and basically I lost it. And I don't want to go into too many details, but I lost it back in December, and actually went homeless in January. So I am on a slow road back. I have my credit is in the toilet. I don't have credit, so I can't borrow. Like Julian said, I can't borrow the money. So I need to work from the ground up. And I think there may be some people similar to Dave Wood. I mean, Dave Wood talks about his situation. He was homeless like I was homeless. So the idea is to get into the motivation and knowing what to do and how to do it. And that's what we have here now. And not to criticize and not to feel you got to crush the other people, but the idea is that we're here to lift each other up from wherever we happen to be. And I have a part-time job. I do not have credit, and I'm taking it from this level and building up from this level. And I know there are some people who are in this situation who need the help. And that's what we're here for. That's what Empower is about. I mean, it's the idea of empowerment to help other people to raise themselves up with the tools that we have from the basic all the way up. That's why there's a basic level, and that's why it's, you know, some people start off at basic, they can't afford it, you know, and that's my situation. And, you know, I'm here for training, with our training as well as the training that's within the Empower Network. And I'm determined to succeed. And that's what, you know, that's what I'm here for. And I want to help other people to succeed as well. So that's where I am, and that's where I'm going. I mean, I have the goal. I have my check, you know, what my ideal lifestyle is on my wall here. And so I'm using that as to helping, you know, plus the motivational stuff in Empower and the TED Talks to help me to get my mindset in the position where I can achieve those goals.
Yeah, I understand where he's coming from, you know what I mean? And, you know, you always, that's good that, you know, everybody has to start at a certain level. And you got to be, like, understanding about those stuff. But, you know, what I meant about crushing it is about, like, you know, when you're, like, out in the market, you know what I mean, when you're out there promoting, you know, like any sport, if you decide to be a football player or basketball player, you know, they all have competition, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand that, but with terms of our team, we're helping each other.
Well, yeah, of course, we're supposed to help each other out. We're supposed to, yo, empower each other out. You know what I mean? That's the point. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? That's.
I have to move on here before we run out of time. So I want to get into some training. So sorry to cut you guys off. Maybe we can carry on with this afterwards. But I want to show people how we can get, like, where Tom is, where you are, Julian, and where I am, to whatever level we want to get to. Okay? So, you know, a lot of people, like you guys know, a lot of people I've told that I run a rotation system. Now, this isn't for everybody, but this is something that I do. Because within our company, within Empower Network, we have different ranks that are in there. And again, I'm going to show my back office here in a second, and I'm going to go through and I'm going to show you the ranks, because in order for you to understand how everything works, I've got to show you the processes, okay, that are there. So let me just, I'm going to go in, I'm going to share my desktop. You guys can see my desktop?
Yeah, Carl. Okay. No, I can't see the desktop. I can see.
Hang on. No, wrong thing. Wrong thing. Hang on. Here we go. This is what I wanted. I was sharing the wrong thing. Okay. Here's a rotation system that I have here. Now, I'm also going to show you my Empower Network back office. You guys can see that, right?
Yeah, Carl.
It's coming up? Okay, good.
Right.
Okay, so what we have here, this is like the desktop in the back office here, the dashboard, if it loads. Here it comes. Okay, so what we have are our products. We've got the different products. We've got the Klaatu Basic. We've got the Klaatu Premium, which gives you a lot more options in the blogging platform. The Klaatu is the blogging platform. Okay, the Inner Circle is the start of all the mindset training and the personal development training and stuff like that in here. This is where we get to Elite Club. Okay, so the Beginner Club is your Klaatu and Klaatu Premium. Your Inner Circle is your Elite Club. Then you get the Top Producer and the Team Builder, which is the Builder Club. Now, these are advanced trainings. Like this Top Producer is basically based on a weekend training that David Wood actually had at his home. Okay, and the Team Builder, this is where you have all the six-figure earners in the company coming together and showing you some different strategies of how to create a $5,000 to $10,000 plus income a month. Now, when I first started, this is where I went to. I went to this here. Okay. Now, this one here is it's about $1,700. Okay. Up to the Inner Circle, this is where it's $217 a month that I was telling you about, and then you know your extra money for your autoresponder and so forth. The Top Producer is a $500 one time. The Team Builder is a $1,000 one time, and then you have Mass Influence. Now this is a master's course. This is where you go from creating a 5-figure income to a 6-figure income. Okay, to basically a 7-figure income a year. This one here is $3,500. Okay, so you're looking at a total of roughly about $5,500 for everything that's in here. Now, again, you come in at whatever level you want. You can progress to whatever level you want. I'm just telling you what everything is. When you have all the products, you are a Black Card Club member. You can see up here, I'm an active Black Card Club member. Okay, now because I've been a business owner before, I know what it means to be all in your business. And in order for me to achieve the income level that I want to achieve, I need to make sure that I have access to every product I possibly can. Okay? So, you know, that was a decision I made. Anybody coming in can make any decision that they want to do on whatever product level. I'm just going through them right now. Now, the new change to this system, okay, where before it used to be a one-up system where you would pass people up to your sponsor. You know, they were paying 100% commissions at that time. You know, it was pretty good. You were making some pretty good commissions. However, you were losing a lot of commissions too, and that was becoming a deterrent to a lot of people. So that's why we saw a lot of people dropping out. They were getting, I guess, a little disappointed when they, you know, someone came in all in and they were only at the inner circle level and they would lose all those commissions upline, right? So now what the company does is they have a ranking system, which I think is a very cool system, okay? You have a boss level. A boss level is when you personally refer 5 or more people to the business. And these can start anywhere at a $7 trial and up. Now, the real cool thing that we have about our system is when they come into the trial, the system then kicks in, which is our iPass system, kicks in and starts explaining to people the value of all the different products, you know, and what they need to do to get to certain income levels that they want to attain, okay? And by buying the products and owning the products and learning from those products, this allows you to progress. Now, it's not about buying the products and selling the products. It's about buying the products, learning from the products, and learning to sell the products, okay? This is a training platform, and this is where I want to get this on the table so everybody understands what the value is here of this product, because the products themselves have literally changed my life both personally and financially in this company, okay? And this is what changed me from being a marketer from 20 years, you know, only getting around 1,000 to 2,000 or a little bit more a month, to ranging out to being able to create a $30,000 a month income at one time in one of my other companies that I was in, using these products to teach me how to do that, okay? Now, again, income disclaimer, anything you see here, this is just projected, okay? Now, this is all based on what you do in the business. Now, at this point, after 20 days back with this company, because I joined back on October 31st of this year, just before the launch of the new compensation plan on November 1st. Now, I've already achieved the boss thing because I've referred 5 or more people. Now, Boss Maker is the next rank up. Now, at Boss Maker, that's where you help one of the people that you refer to become a boss. Now, Julian on here just became a boss the other day, okay, who helped me achieve Boss Maker. Now, with the income that you see on here, again, this is my projected income because of my placement in the company, okay? And because I own the products and all that kind of stuff, the values of what I could earn, which are in red, these are the proposed amounts of income or the possible amounts of income that I can earn when I achieve these levels, okay? Now, what I have achieved so far is the boss. So this money you see down here, okay, all across the board here, this is money in green is what I have attained now from the Uniline system. That means from everybody from me down that I'm getting, like in our Uniline, okay, this is the amount of money extra that I'm making per month in residual income. Now, because I managed to help Julian, and I've helped a few other make bosses too, I became a boss maker, which activated another income. So now I'm getting $164.05 and $308.40 because of the work that I've done with myself and my team. Now up here you'll see 878. That's what I've earned personally in sales of the products in the company. Okay, so I'm 43% on my way to bronze status. You know, if I make $2,000 in income in the month of November, I will achieve bronze level and open up this 454.50 on top of the 164 and the 308. So, you know, I'm adding another $1,000 in income just for achieving this level. When I achieve 5,000 in sales, I become a silver. Okay, and I will then open up this 227, plus I'll get this and this and this. So anything here, once I achieve the level, they turn green, and anything in green is additional income I make. Because I'm already a boss maker, when I turn silver, I will actually activate the boss maker silver as well and start collecting the money that's in here. You see? So as you achieve the levels, you start opening up all the different levels of income. Now, do you have to do this every month? Yes, you do. Now, here's the thing that's going to deter a lot of people. Oh, I got to do that all over again next month? Look, if you've already achieved bronze or you've achieved silver, this on the following month, because of all the people that you've sold products to, they're going to be renewing, which is going to start calculating up this very quickly. Most people that are at the bronze level that will hit next month will hit bronze again probably within the first 10 days of the month. And then you'll have the next 20 days or so to hit the silver level. Okay? Because you'll already have a team building. And the income here gets added in towards the next month's or the next level's income. Okay? So I needed to share that with you because I want you to understand how much money can be made by you just starting off. Now, everything that you see here that I've made, the 878, the 164, the 308, this all started, folks, from people that I referred to this business for a $7 14-day trial. Everybody. And when they saw the system, they saw how it worked, they saw the training that they were introduced to, because you get access to that for 14 days. They made decisions. Some went all the way up to builder level, okay, and bought all the way up here. I had 2 people that bought all the way up to here. And then I had other people that just bought at the inner circle, and other people that bought at Clatu, okay? I'm not sure why those numbers are different. They were there this morning. But
because the weeks and the month and stuff like that, you got to manage.
Yeah, I'm not sure what these numbers are, but these were all filled in, and now they've kind of disappeared, so I'm not sure what that is. But anyways, this is the results, and you do have to do this every month in order. The reason for that is so that you can get the bonus money. Okay, that bonus money comes every month, and the funny thing is that this bonus money doesn't go down; it always seems to go up. Okay, I haven't seen, like yesterday this was at 278 and now it's at 308, right? So it's really weird how everything just seems to go up all the time. That's why at the end of the month I have no idea what these numbers will be. But again, it's because I'm working and I'm doing what I'm doing. Now, we'll let it open if you guys got some quick comments you guys want to make before I move to the rotator system. Okay?
You covered everything.
It's fine.
You guys are good? Okay.
Good.
So now I've told everybody I do a rotator system. These guys here on here, Julian and Tom, know what I do. And what I do is I create a system where I put the links in of my team members. Okay? Now, as you can see on here, I don't know if you can, let me see if I can make this bigger. Does that look better? You guys can see that better.
Oh, yeah, I can see. You can see it better.
Okay. So I've got 21 links in this rotator here. This is my team, and I've driven 12,904 hits to those. Okay, so oops, let me just I timed out. Okay, so what I do, folks, is I put my team members in here. You see, some of them have been in here for a while. Some of them have just gone in. You know, this one just came in today, just a brand new one. You know, it already has 16 hits to their site. Now, what I do is I take their total shortcut or their capture page link, and I put it into this rotator, and so that they have an identifier where the traffic's coming from, and I'm going to show you that right now. Okay, so if I go into the marketing stats of our back office, okay? This all makes sense. Some people want to do this, some people won't. And that's all good with me too, okay? So we have marketing stats here. Now, in the marketing stats, what it does is it shows where it's coming from. See, I've got a Hercules thing here. I've got Carl's Team, which is one of my other rotators. Web Expert. I do a lot of split testing. See, Carl's Team, Rotator. Okay. Now, Rotator. See, lots of Rotator in here. Okay. Now, here's the thing that you do. Okay. My links are always going to be in my rotator, just like your links will always be in your rotator, okay? But I also have the links of my downline that are in there, and I put that in here. Usually I keep it around 10 to 15, but I'm buying a lot of traffic and running a lot of traffic to this rotator. Now, some of you might be saying, well, what are you doing a foolish thing like that for? Okay? Here's why I do this, folks, okay? Because I need to attain these levels, okay? I need to make sure that my members are going to hit Boss Maker next month, okay? So that I progress faster with bronze and faster with silver. We all know that some people struggle to get signups or referrals to business, okay? So this is my way of helping the process along the way. Because when people are getting referrals and people are getting money, the chances of them actually leaving your business are slim to none. Now, I'm a guy who will do anything I can to build my income for myself and to help my teammates, okay? Because you have no business if you have no team, okay? It's that simple. I don't care how good a marketer you think you are. If you can't retain your team, your business will collapse that fast. So I take the responsibility upon myself to help my teammates, okay? Now, but these guys here are in this rotator. Tom and Julian are in this rotator, but they also know that this rotator is only to help them. It is not to build their business. Once they have 5 referrals, whether they get it from the rotator, whether they do it themselves, whatever it is, once they hit that, their link comes out. Julian's link is no longer in this rotator. It's gone. He has his 5. He's done. Now it's up to him to start providing whatever he needs to do for himself and his team to keep the team alive. Okay? I'm doing my part because as I'm bringing in leaders and I'm bringing in members to my business, this income is going to grow below every single one of my downline because they're going to get paid a percentage on everybody I'm bringing in, because in the downline system, everybody goes underneath each other all the way down. It's a single line build. But a percentage is always paid out as you achieve the levels. Okay? So what I'm doing is I'm keeping my business alive. See, it's my responsibility to make my business grow. It's not Julian's responsibility. It's not Tom's responsibility. It's not my sponsor's responsibility or David Wood's responsibility. It's my responsibility. Exactly. I'm the business owner. Okay? So what I do is I teach people techniques that they can do. Now, some of you might say, well, what if they get a sign up and it was a good one? Well, you know what? It's still going to benefit you. Okay? Because, let's go back to this. Okay? If the members, okay, let's say the majority of your members come in at either Class 2 or Class 2 Premium. Okay? What happens is, those people, if they sign up somebody who goes all in, they only get paid on the products that they own. The rest of the money gets spilled upwards. Okay, so a percentage goes upwards to the referring sponsor and their referring sponsor and so forth all the way up. Okay, you understand that? Because everything is broken down. Okay, And you can refer to the site for the full breakdown. I'm not going to go into that here today, but I'm just telling you this is how it works. This is why I want to do this, because it doesn't matter if I have people that came in at basic or elite, like they came into the inner circle, and they signed up members who bought top producer and builder and mass influence. Well, I own all those products, so I'm going to get a percentage of all that sale. Plus, I'm going to get a percentage of everything below that. You see? So no matter what, I don't lose in this, because now I'm getting a percentage of all the sales. And this is how people need to think. Do you want to work hard enough and do all the work yourself, or do you want to be able to have the work of the masses? Okay? Now, even though I'm running a rotator, these people are going to register. The company's going to work with them through the training. They're going to continue to go out. They're going to look at the process that I'm doing, how they came in, and they're going to want to do the same thing. Like Julian wants to know. Most of my team wants to know how to do a rotator because they see how well it's going. Some of them came in off the rotator, okay, that came and joined the program. So this is the benefit, because now you're seeing everybody getting impacted no matter what, no matter how it works. Now, again, this may not be for everybody. It's just a strategy that I use. It works very well for me, has made me an awful lot of money over the years in every kind of business I've gone into, that allows me to actually build a team. Okay? This is probably the biggest and strongest team building tool that you could ever use. But just remember, do not guarantee any signups. I don't guarantee any signups to any of my team. I run a rotator. It'll run through. It'll give clicks. Look at all these clicks that these guys are getting to all their links. It gives them the clicks. These are people that have actually clicked on the page and gone to the page. This is how much traffic I buy. Okay? And some of them have got signups from these rotators. And that's awesome, because it's worth the money. If someone gets a sign up and that person comes all in and they're not quite all in, I'm getting a mass load of money anyways. And if they are all in, I'm still getting a mass load, because that means that they've upgraded and I'm still getting it no matter what. I don't miss out on any money.
Right.
You see? And that's the beautiful part about this Uniline system. No matter what, you're not going to lose out on money. Okay? Depending on what level you're at. You're going to always make money to the level that you own the products. And in my opinion, that's the best thing. Okay? Because, I'm a personal believer of personal development, and I believe if you want to get to where you want to be in life, you got to start buying the products. As you start earning the money, start buying the products, and elevate yourself in your business. Okay, so let's just let me go back to here now. I'll stop screen sharing, and I hope this kind of opened up the eyes a little bit as to what I do and why I do the insane things, as some people will say that I do. But, Julian, I think you got one person out of the rotator. I'm not sure. I think you got one, right? Tom, you haven't got anybody yet, but you know what? It's coming. I just bought more traffic today for that rotator. I want that thing cranking. I want to get 100,000 hits on that thing.
I usually sponsor people. I talk to people. I build relationships with people. I help people out. That's what you got to do most likely. Help people out. That's what, they want a sponsor that's going to be there for them.
Well, that's the thing. I'm there for you guys. You guys phone me, I answer the phone, right? Yeah. You can't not work with people. A lot of people go, well, I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to talk. Well, then, you know what? Don't expect to make any money, okay? If you're not willing to run a business, imagine this. Okay, and this has happened, I'm sure, to you guys and anybody else who's listening. Okay, you go to a store. Okay, you walk into a store and you're looking for something, and you can't find it, and all the people working in that store are ignoring you. Okay, are you still going to continue to look, or are you going to do like I do? Hey, thanks a lot. You just lost another customer. Have a nice day. I'm going to your competition. That's what I do when I leave the store. I let them know how foolish they were for not helping me. Okay? My wife hates that, but I let everybody know. I go, I'm leaving now. You could have made some money, but now they are. See ya. I'm gone, right? And I do that because I don't have the patience for anybody who doesn't want to talk to me. If I'm going to come into their store and I'm going to buy something from them, they better look after me. And it's the same thing in this business. If you're not willing to look after your people, they're not hanging around, man. They're leaving.
Yeah, Carl, I'd like to make a comment on this because it's been holding it up inside of me for a while, is that with Empower Network, and we do not, I repeat, we do not have to sell this. I am not a salesman, and a lot of our people are not salesmen, but we do not have to sell it. We can introduce it to people, and help people, which is, I believe, in talking to people to help them, but not as a salesperson. Do not go feel that you have to sell. Julian, we're not salespeople. The system sells.
The system sells us.
Provide value. That's what we do. You're selling value.
But we do not sell them.
You sell yourself and you sell value. Okay.
Yeah, you don't have to. People do not like to be sold.
That's correct. So that's the point I'm making.
Be sold. So
that's,
you know what
I'm working with people. Talking to people is not selling them. It's helping them to to make the system work. That's all we're doing.
Let me give you an example. Okay. Last year I was out looking for cars. Okay. Looking for cars. So I get on the car lot. Rena and I just get out of the car, and this salesman came barreling at me. Right? Oh, what are you looking for today? What are you looking for this? I said, you know what? I said, I'm not looking for anything from you today. That's what I said to him. And he goes, what do you mean? I says, you didn't even ask me how my day was. You were just interested in selling me a car. I'm not interested in buying from you.
Exactly.
So I'm going to go look on the car lot here, and if you bother me, I'm going to go tell your manager how much of a bother it was and how much you lost and how big of a sale he lost today because you harassed me. Okay?
Yeah, that's
I can be a jerk sometimes, and I don't mean to be, but I don't like to be sold just like everybody else doesn't like to be sold. Here's the thing. If you are a salesperson out there, you do this for a living. You sell cars, you sell insurance, you sell whatever it is you sell. Okay? This is how you're going to make a ton of sales. My brother is a car salesman. Okay? And I learned this from him. And he was like one of the top salesmen for Toyota in all of Canada here a couple years ago. And this is what he told me. He says, the only thing that you do to people is you come out there and you greet them. And you say to them, you know what? Enjoy your time on our lot today. And if there's anything out there that gives you a twinkle in your eye, come and see me. And I'll help you, pick out whatever it is that you're looking for. And then he walks away. And this is how he's made sales. Because you're the customer. You're going to come in and you are looking for something. Now, what is the one thing that everybody out there, when they're looking to get involved in a business, what is it that they're looking for?
To make money.
What are you going to say?
Yeah, they want to make money. They want to have success.
Yeah,
Okay.
to make money.
Okay, I'm looking for something a little bit different.
To be successful. People are looking.
What is it that everybody struggles with that's out there?
Getting signups.
Okay. What else?
Getting leads.
What else?
Training.
What else?
Development.
What else?
Motivation.
There's one really key factor, and we just talked about it.
I have no clue. What is it, Carl?
They want mentorship.
Exactly. Mentorship.
They want somebody that they can rely on that's actually going to help them. Everybody online today wants everybody's money. Okay?
Exactly.
That's what everybody wants. But what they're not willing to do is come out and be a mentor. Look where we are today. I invited you and I invited everybody else to come on here so I could help you guys figure out what you need to do to get your sales going and increase your respectability online, basically. You see, the one thing that I do pretty good at is I'm able to interact with people, and I find out what they're looking for. I go to provide value. You know, the one thing that I offered to you, Julian, I offered to Tom, and I offered everybody else. What's the one thing that I offer you guys when I talk to you first? What was the first thing that I offered you?
Your one-on-one training?
One-on-one training. Okay? You don't find that anywhere. Okay? Nobody wants to do that. Everybody wants to send you to a website, to a video, to something. Okay? And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But there's a way to do it. There's a process for everything. Here's what I do. The first thing that I do, and I'm going to go through this on social media here in a second, okay? When I'm going to engage with people, okay, the one thing that I share with them, and you'll see that in almost every single post I do on social media, I will talk about the value of what I'm involved in. And then I add the extra value of, by the way, you know, should you decide that you want to get involved with me, here's what I'm also going to offer you on top of what the company does. I'm going to offer you my personal one-on-one. I'm going to offer you access to all of my resources that I use to help you get to where you want to be. Okay? Now, anybody on my team knows that they can offer anybody the same resources. Okay? Because I'm a resource of theirs. Okay? So any of you that are not on my team that might be listening to this, talk to your mentors, talk to your sponsors and say, look, can I offer you or some of your resources to, you know, to my people to help us so we can build the strength together. Okay?
Yeah, that's what I do. I like to build a relationship with that person.
You have to. Okay? Yeah. This business is all about building relationships, but it's building relationships a certain way. Okay?
Yeah,
no, it's not about, like, here's my opinion on it, and some people are going to say, oh, you're so full of blah. Okay? when I talk about building relationships, I talk about building business relationships.
Yeah.
Okay? Look, you know, I'm always going to have a semi-personal relationship with people, but, you know, I'm not going to be sitting there saying, hey, what did you have for dinner tonight? You know, what did you watch on TV? I'm not into that kind of stuff. Okay? It's when I talk about business relationships, is saying, look, you know, what are you struggling with? What is it that I can help you with? You know, are you struggling here? Do you know what do you know what you need to post on social media? Do you know what you need to do to follow up with people? You know, how to respond to people? That sort of thing. Do you know where to direct people to? Okay? The one thing that I always tell everybody on my team is that the first thing you need to do is take the first 24 to 48 hours and learn your business. Okay? Go through the back office. Understand where everything is. Understand where all your links are. Understand, you know, if there's someone who's got questions, where is that in the back? Where can I redirect them to that? Where can I send them to get that information? Okay? And that's the one thing I did. I did it when I came back to Empire Network. I sat there for 24 hours. I went through everything. I still go through it every day, looking for where are the things I need to do. Is there extra links? I've handed out different links that are available to my team that my upline has created, generic links. Okay? So, you know, this is so important that you provide the ultimate amount of value to everybody in your business. Because, again, if your people aren't succeeding, you're not succeeding.
Exactly.
It's that simple.
Right.
So we have to make sure that, you know, when we come on to this business, that you have your game plan ready to go. So let's talk about that, okay? Let's talk about the basic level really quick, okay? What are you going to do to promote and add value at the basic level, okay? Tom, let's hear from you first since you're at that level. What is it you think you need to be telling people to attract them to this business?
Well, I think at this point is to get the people into the $7 trial and to let them know that there is that extra value. Now, the value that you're providing to me is you're giving me some of the extra marketing tools that I need in order to get those people. Now, I just need to get that people into my funnel, and that's the whole idea, is to get leads. And at any level, getting leads is the whole thing. I mean, those of us who've gone through the five points, the 5 videos, I've seen that this is how we achieve our income goals, is to get the leads in and allow the system to do the conversion, and not to then have to go there and do some talking to convert them, that the system actually converts them. We're providing help, like you said, to help them to lift up, but the system is actually what's going to bring them in to to be a part of the Empower Network. We're now there to help support our team, but we're not there again. We're not there to sell them. So I'm looking at leads, getting the word out through social media, and then engaging with them. If they have any questions, give them my Skype. If they want to ask me, and invite them to our hangouts here, invite them into our world. Now we have a world that's separate, but it's also congruent with Empower Network, because we're bringing them into Empower Network, but we're using this as a means to expand what we're doing and to to help people to succeed, because we're part of the success that we're providing those people.
Exactly. Okay, Julian, you want to put your bits on there?
Wait, awesome blog. You know what I mean? Take advantage of that blogging platform. And also, when I bring people in, I have to interact with them, because, when I'm like, trying to work with somebody, my goal is to take them to the next level, and that's how I am. And some people be like, hey, you're giving me too much information. I had a couple people that told me that, but it's just how I am. Like, I'm just like that. But it's, I try to give all the value that I can. I try to give them like extra bonuses. Like, I have a straight line persuasion method by Jordan Belfort. I try to give them that. It's a 60-day seminar. So that's like, I'm teaching people, like, like they said, you can't sell people. You gotta give people value, and you gotta, I'm kind of trying to teach people how to persuade other people in a positive way. You know what I mean? That's why I listen to Gordon Cardone, Jordan Belfort, persuasion method, the straight line persuasion method, and you want to persuade people in a positive way. You know what I mean? Empower them into a positive way. That's what Empower is. When I first got into Empower Network, I kind of cried, because I was listening to the audios into the Inner Circle, and that's like a very powerful personal development product. You know what I mean? You need that product. And some of them, like the audios, they were crying because how Empower Network changed their life, and it just touched you with your heart, basically. You know what I mean? And then it just gets you motivated, because the people around you, you just want to just even work even harder. And that's what if you're gonna market online, you gotta find out why you're doing it, why you're getting up every single day, and why you gotta find out your why. And then before you can even start marketing, because if you don't know why you're doing it, don't even bother. You know what I mean? You gotta have a why. And
I'd like to add something to that, Julian. The $1 million bonus that we get in the back of Empower, I'm starting to do that, and I'm also listening to a lot of motivational, because I need to motivate myself first before I can motivate anyone else.
Exactly.
And I need to have to be with like-minded people who are looking to help each other to succeed. And I think that the climate of empowerment starts off within, but it's shared with other people. And that's one of the great things about Empower. It's a great thing about our team and what we're doing. So I'm working to get my engine going, so I can get other people's engine going, to get that enthusiasm going, all right?
Yeah,
well, you know what? It's funny, because Julian touched on that, because you and I, about a month or so ago, Tom, we had this talk about passion. Okay?
Right.
And you know what? If you don't have passion in your business, in any business that you go into, the chances of your success are slim to none. Okay? Because people read that in you every single day. Now, the other thing is, you want to be careful, going back to you, Julian, you want to be careful on just how much, because sometimes you can over-deliver.
Yeah.
Okay? And over-delivering can hurt you. This is how simple I do things. Okay? When I'm on social media, and this is why, I've referred 22 or 23 people in 20 days to this business, because all I'm doing is I'm saying, look, we provide the highest quality mentorship and training that you're going to find anywhere. And this is what the the industry needs, but the majority of programs don't have. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to go for 14 days and take a trial. It's $7.
Yeah, it's
You can that. Don't tell me you can't. Okay? Take the trial. See if my word is true. Okay? And take it and test it for 14 days and just see how vital this system is for your business. Because Empower Network is basically a training and information hub that you can use for any business that's out there. It's what's missing from every business. Okay? Right. That's how I see it. And that's how I explain it to people. And, you know, when they come back to me, can you explain it to me? I says, you know what? I really can't. I says, you have to experience it.
Exactly.
Okay? You have to experience it. I can explain this till I'm blue in the face, but you'll never understand it until you experience it. So, experience it for 14 days for $7. It'll be the best $7 you ever invested in anything in your life. And that's how I get people to go in. I also get them to connect with me. I says, look, when you're done, when you've gone in there and you've experienced it, let's connect on Skype and let's have a chat.
Right.
And I'll tell you how it's affected me. You know, you see, this is how you've got to, this is how we build a business. It's all done on passion and experience. Okay? You can't sell this. This is not something you can sell. Right. This is something you have to experience. Okay? And you guys have experienced it.
That's right.
So tell me truly and honestly, could I ever have explained this business to you without you guys going in there and experiencing it?
No, Carl, because it's like telling a person about riding a bicycle. You can describe how to do it, what to do, but you have to get on the bicycle in order to experience it, to do it. And that's what this is about. And it's about the experience of our experience, even if you don't have any experience. Bringing a person into our team has the combined experience of all the members, and your experience is what we share with anyone who we bring in. So we don't have to know everything.
Is what it is. You just you can't describe this no matter how hard you try to go. This is not like selling a juice or a pill or something like that out there, right? And even then, you can't experience that because even if you had a health and nutrition product, the experience you're going to have is going to be different than what you guys have, right? No one can actually explain what any program is about unless they experience it. And this one here, oh my God, I'm telling you, there is absolutely no way that I can explain this to anybody. I have to get them to experience it. And when they do, that light bulb shines so bright. It's like, why the heck did I ever not listen to you in the first place?
Right.
Because I've had people come back to me a year later when I was back there saying, man, you know, I went in and I decided to go and buy this thing, and I'm going, you're right. I should have joined a year ago, right? Mm-hmm. You see, because, and the way this company is now, they're so highly developed, they're like ahead of everybody, okay? I mean, seriously ahead of everybody. It would take companies 2 or 3 years to catch up to these guys where they are right now. There's no way anybody will catch up to these guys. And David Wood has made a point of that because I said to him, like I was on a hangout. I don't know if you guys saw the hangout there. I called him an alien because I didn't think he was human. I didn't think that anybody had that kind of intelligence to create what he's created here, because this is amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. For anybody who's listening to this now or will listen to this, you have to experience this. And whoever shared this with you, you need to go and you need to take the 14-day trial minimum. Spend $7. Take the 14-day trial, and then come back to us and tell us whether you thought it wasn't worth it or not. And I will guarantee you, you will say it was worth every penny. Okay? It's that simple.
And Carl,
I have people that have upgraded as far as team builder in this thing because they see the value. They've experienced it. You know, we've got Lucille that's here on the line. And I'm going to bring you on right now, Lucille. Lucille is someone that, you know, I've known Lucille for a while. It's funny because she was with me in Empower Network years ago and left. And Lucille was one that said, I'm never coming back to this company. No, I'm not. So not only did she come back, but she upgraded to builder. So Lucille, why don't you come on and let everybody know what your thoughts are now of Empower Network the second time around.
Well, I know it can be overwhelming because there is so much in there. And I think a person really needs to just start at the beginning, go step by step, and go back over those 1 or 2 or 3 first steps again and again until you get them before you start moving on to the more advanced areas.
Well, and that's true too, because one thing that some people come to me saying, "Oh, this is so overwhelming." Well, here's why it's overwhelming to most people. Okay, most people that come into business want everything to happen that fast.
Right.
Okay, this is the thing. When you go to university and you want to become an engineer or a doctor or whatever it is, why do you think universities stretch that out over 5 years or 4 years? They know they can't teach you everything in 1 year. You will never retain it. Never. So it's the same thing here. This is why we have 6 levels of different types of income and products in here. Because you need to progress through this. You get in, you learn the one, you master the one, you move on to the next. When you've mastered that one, you move on to the next.
Right. It's learning how to walk before you learn how to run.
Well, that's just the thing. You can go and buy all the products.
Right.
We're not telling you can't do that. What we're telling you is that don't try and go through everything all at once. That's gonna brain mush you, man.
Yeah, and if you take top producer first, you're gonna be so discouraged because you haven't progressed from the bottom.
Well, it's not just that. It's just that because you get into each product level brings you to a different mental state.
Right.
Okay, of learning. Okay, it brings you to a different mental state of learning. And if you haven't progressed yourself through one, you're gonna get overwhelmed going too far to the next one.
Good point.
Just like me, I went and I bought all the products, but it took me a year to go through them all. Okay? Because I had to go in and I had to master the other ones. I had to understand, I had to learn what each product was. Now, why did I buy all the products? That's the business side. I wanted to make sure that if I sold this product line to anybody, then I was going to get compensated for it. Okay? While I'm learning, because I'm getting paid to learn. Okay? And that's what this is all about. You're getting paid to learn. Rather than going to university and wait to get paid, I'm actually going to university and getting paid to do it. Okay? That's basically what this is. This is like a university. Okay? Of, I don't know, hard knocks or whatever you want to call it. But
He said hard.
the thing is that, in university, you learn a lot of things about the different things. Like if you went to university to become a doctor, you're going to learn a lot of the theory and stuff like that, and then you'll get into a little bit of practical. But the real journey doesn't start until you start taking your internship.
Internship, right?
Okay, that's when the real learning starts. You have the basics, you have the knowledge basics and everything, but the real business. It's just like if you go to become a carpenter, you go and you go to technical school and you learn how to be a carpenter or a mechanic or whatever it is. You're learning the basics there. You're getting some hands-on, but the real world doesn't start until you get an actual job at an actual business. You actually start going and building houses or working on automobiles in a garage or whatever it is. That's when the real business happens. Okay? Here, the business is already happening. It's happening as we're learning. Okay? So we go through a little bit of a different learning pattern. And that's why you can't push it. You have to progress just like you would if you were taking a university course that's stretched out over 4 years. You got to stretch this out over a certain amount of months and learn yourself. You can still own the products, but you just don't have to go through all the products all at once. Okay? This is the point I'm trying to tell you. Like, when I was a technician, I was an IT technician for years, And you know, they talk about Microsoft certification. Okay. Well, I went to go and do my Microsoft certification. I never completed it because I overwhelmed myself. I bought too much and tried to learn too much at a time, and it got so overwhelming to me, I just said, no, I'm not doing it. But had I bought, throughout the Microsoft certification, I bought the different levels that got me to the full certification, I probably would have done it. But I tried to do everything all at once. And when I did that, it overwhelmed me. And it's going to do that to you. You know, don't try and do the top producer and the team builder when you haven't even figured out how to do a blog yet. You know? Don't go through the inner circle, or don't go to mass influence if you haven't learned how to, you know, get the proper mindset from the inner circle.
Right.
Okay? The inner circle is one of the most powerful products that we have at $100 a month. Okay? It's a very, very powerful product. Because that's what taught me to change my mindset on everything. That's where I learned how to really hone my skills on how to communicate with people. Because we teach you how to communicate with people. Okay? You get on the phone, you learn how to communicate. You learn how to do these things, these hangouts, and try to go through everything and try to explain things in layman's terms as best you can. Sometimes I go a little off the wall, I know, but you know, the point is that, you know, I don't know everything. I'm just, you know, I'm a leader. I stepped up to the plate to work with my team, but I still send people back to Empower Network. All of you guys, I still send you back. Look, go through this, okay? Learn this here. In the back office, you know, they've got the different trainings. They got the beginner trainings, Monday and Wednesday. They got the elite training, which is Inner Circle, Tuesday, Thursday.
Don't forget
You know, the team builder on Thursday. Every single level has its live trainings that are recorded and has an archive of them. Okay? So there's no way that you can get behind in anything. You know, you could do sometimes what I do. Like if there's a show that, you know, I've missed that I wanted to watch, right? So what do? I put aside 3 or 4 hours on a Saturday night or whatever, and I go through and I watch the season 1, season 2, season 3, whatever. I do that kind of stuff, right? So it's the same kind of thing with Empire Network. We have an archive. You can go through and watch one hangout after another if you want. Okay? Will it overwhelm you? Maybe. Will you learn a lot? Probably. Okay? Is it always going to be there? Yeah, it is. It's going to be there for you to learn. Okay? And it'll always be there. This is a beautiful part about our product versus anybody else's product. Every other company that I've seen out there doesn't have a progressing product. They've got a product that sits there, and then after a year, it's a year old, whatever. Our product, the Inner Circle, it grows every single week.
It's content, tons of content.
But it grows. It's new. It's constantly new content. All of our product is. It's constantly new product. All of our business club trainings, there's an archive. It's all new products. You can access any of it. It's current. And this is what puts us far superior over anything else that's out there. Now, is that another way to promote the product? Of course. We have an ongoing, on-growing product that never outdates itself. So, okay. I didn't quite get into everything I wanted to do. I guess we'll do that next week. I didn't get into the social media stuff, but you know, just to touch on that really quick before I go through the panel here, here's what you need to do every day, and I will try and I'm gonna revamp my 90-day plan site so it reflects on this. But here's what you need to do every single day. Okay, you need to engage with everyone on your social media. Okay, so here's what I do every single day, and I never miss it. Okay, in the morning, first thing, greet everybody on social media. I go and I greet people on Facebook, LinkedIn, Google+, Pinterest, all that kind of stuff. I go there and I greet everybody every single day. Okay? Then I will create about 4 or 5 posts throughout the day on my timeline. Okay? You need to engage with them. Okay? I will like stuff. I will share stuff. I will comment on stuff. I will share my own stuff. And then I will engage. I'll get people to go like, share, comment, you know, ask for more info, whatever it is. I get people to engage with me on everything that I post. And I do make multiple posts a day. Some people say I do too much. You can never do too much. You can never do too much. And you can't take things personally. I still have that little problem here and there. Sometimes, like today, I put a rant out because some guy pissed me off today on Facebook. But, you know, sometimes you just got to ignore it. But you know, the point is that, you know, you've got to engage with people and know when to keep it at the right limits, I guess, right? So just make sure you're doing that every day. You know, if there's tools out there, like I use tools, Julian used tools, Tom's used tools. I use tools to automate my posting, to get my word out a lot faster into more places.
And that's what I like to give to my team.
We're not going to talk about the tool on here, but you know, we use that to engage, get higher engagement with people. You know, posting into hundreds of groups. You know, accessing people, connecting with more and more people every day, that sort of thing. And you know, when you have something like that, it helps you cut down your time so you can enjoy the financial and the time freedom that you want, right? My time is valuable, just like everybody else's time is valuable on here. So, you know, I will use whatever I can to engage with as many people as I can in as little time as I have to, okay? And I will use tools that will do all that work for me. So basically, I work about 2 to 3 hours a day, and that's about it. You know, the other time I'm either helping some of my downline or I'm just enjoying myself, whatever I'm doing, right? So, but that's what you need to do on social media, and we'll get into a little bit more of that maybe next week. So we got it kind of carried away here today. So, any final thoughts from everybody out there?
Yeah, Carl, this was a good introduction, and to give people an idea of what needs to be done in order to succeed with Empower. And I would also recommend that you, at whatever level you happen to be, take advantage of the tools. I mean, when I say tools, I mean the videos and the inspirational things that are in the back office. And especially, I'm just starting that $1 million one, which is one of the bonuses when you complete your first level. And that's, I'm just doing that now. So just get your mindset up, and then use the tools in order to you know, add people to your funnel and create leads. So that's pretty much what it is, and we're just starting here. And Empower Hour, by the way, Empower Hour is great, and that's something which you can invite your leads to experience, because it's very motivational, it's free, and it also, you have a link that you can get people into your funnel as well. So something to always think about. That's
Absolutely.
it.
Julian?
I know today we have a Empower webcast. So, like, you know, if you want to get sales, you just put your affiliate link on the end, and then you know they sell for you. You know what I mean? You're not supposed to sell. You know, like he was talking before, you're just trying to, you know, give people value and stuff like that. And that's what I'm big on, you know, giving value up in the market and stuff like that. And, you know, understanding, you know, social media is great. You know what I mean? Having that automatically with like softwares and tools. But like, you know, you have the blog. You understand keywords, search engines. You know, you can, you know, I've seen people that they get a lot of opt-ins and sales from just their blog that you get into Empower. So, you know, once you get into the system, you watch all the videos and then work on your blog, work on keywords. That's going to really, like, take you to the next level is your blog. Worry about that. And then when you master your blog, then you start upgrading into the inner circle, and then you watch the audios every single day. I watch the audios before I go to bed, when I wake up, and so I can have the right mindset when I market to people, and help me talk to people better too. Like you were saying, they help you interact with people better. You know what I mean? That's what you need. You need those skills in this industry. So,
power, yeah. Good
yeah.
Lucille, any last thoughts?
Just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it.
Just to do one final comment on what Julian said about the blog. Whatever you're doing every day on your social media, when you're doing a post, put those thoughts on your blog, and then take your blog post and put it on your social media, and you drive everybody back. So, thanks everyone. Thanks for hanging out with us today. I know we went a little bit long here today. Thanks panelists for hanging out with me, putting up with me for 90 minutes. So we'll all get back here next Thursday, same time, 1 p.m. Eastern, and we'll talk about some more stuff. So with that said, enjoy the day. Go out there, share your thoughts with everyone, and have a great weekend. Take care.
All right, bye. Take care.